Hello friends, so today I'm going to start basic permutation and combination in which we'll see some basic principles of counting. Okay, so let us begin with combinatorics. So our second chapter is combinatorics. Combinatorics. So guys, this one is very important chapter in complete, or we can say that entire discrete mathematics. So have a look at the content of combinatorics. So first we'll start, yes, basics of permutation and combination. That means starting will be from basic permutation and combination. Basic permutation and combination, that is very important. Next one we'll see advanced permutation and combination, means advanced P and C. Permutation and combination. After that we'll see some binomial identities, and we can say that summation, isn't it? Then after that we'll see, yes, generating function, that is very important, generating function and its applications. And finally we'll see a recurrence relation solving techniques. Okay, so this is the content in combinatorics, that means that is the second chapter in discrete mathematics, isn't it? So we'll start with basics of permutation and combination, that will be helpful to you guys, yes, to learn the advanced PNC, or we can say that any advanced counting problem. So remember guys, this one is also important. Mostly students face problem in the permutation and combination as well as probability. If you are clear with permutation and combination, then it will be, yes, we can say that beneficial in probability also. Okay, so I'm going to start basic permutation and combination. So we'll start with counting. What is counting? Exactly, we can say that combinatorics means ultimately counting, isn't it? So we'll see some basic counting principles. After that we'll see how to count some advanced counting problems, or how to solve some advanced counting problems, for which we will use generating function, isn't it? Okay, so let us begin with counting. So guys, we can say that there are two principles of counting. Yes, first one we can say that addition law of counting. Addition law of counting. So what this law says, yes, we can say that, let us consider, let's say there are two jobs, job J1 and job J2, and also consider job J1 can be done in m number of ways, and we can say that job J2 can be done in n number of ways, isn't it? Then all together we can say that, then we can say that the number of total combinations possible, yes, of doing job J1 or job J2 will be what? That is the addition law of counting. So guys, yes, write down, yes, we can say that, let's say there are two jobs. Let's say job J1, that can be done m number of ways, that can be done in n number of ways, m, isn't it? M number of ways. Let's say consider one more job, let's say job J2, and this can be done in n number of ways, isn't it? So yes, we can say that job J1 can be done in m number of ways, or job J2 can be done in n ways. Then all together means what? We can say that then job J1 or job J2 can be done in how many number of ways? We can say that m plus n. So we can say that or means what? We can say that addition. So if in English statement or is written, that means we can say that that is the addition only. Okay, so we'll see one example on that. Okay. Next one you can see, second law is multiplication law of counting. Second one is multiplication law of counting. Multiplication law of counting says that same way, in the same way we'll see, Let's say job J1 can be done in m number of ways. Similarly, let's say job J2 can be done in n ways. Then we can say that all together we can say that job J1 and job J2 together can be done in how many number of ways? M into n number of ways. So here English, yes, we can say that, yes, we can say that if it is and, yes, English statement and is there, in any English statement and is there, then we can say that the meaning of that is what we can say that multiplication, isn't it? So we can say that if job J1 can be done in m ways and job J2 can be done in n ways, then job J1 or job J2 can be done in m plus n ways, and job J1 and n means together, both together can be done in m into n ways. These are some basic laws of counting. So let us consider one example based on that. Yes, let us consider one example. Let us take one example. Let's say there are three stations, let's say A, B, C, and also let's say there are six paths to go from A to B. Let us consider there are six paths to go from A to B, and let us consider there are four paths to go from B to C. Then you only tell me, and also it is also given that there is two paths to go directly from A to C. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, question is what? In how many ways? Question is, in how many ways a person can go, yes, from station A to station B? That is the question. Station A to station B, or sorry, station C. Now we can say that, yes, there are various paths to go from A to C. Now you only tell me if we can go directly from A to C, or means addition. Yes or no? Or means addition. Yes, we can go A to B and means together, then B to C. Yes or no? Now you only tell me A to C, how many paths are there? Two. Plus we can say that how many number of paths are there from A to B? We can say that six. Plus B to C, four into 4, so we can say that total will be 2 into 24, that is 26 ways will be there. Yes, you can manually count these one. Just let's say A to B, yes, 1. Yes, with one path we can say that 4 possibilities are there. Yes, B to C, so we can say that four paths will be from here. Similarly, yes, four paths will be here. Four paths will be from here. Four will be from here. Yes, we can say that four from will be here, and so on. So we can say that 6 into 4, 24 plus 2 are directly from A to C. So total 26 ways will be there. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can say that and means what? And means we can say that multiplication, and or means what? We can say that addition. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, write down next question. Let's say next example, let's say five persons or five people enter into a lift cabin on a ground floor, isn't it, of a 8-floor house. Find the total number of ways. First question, that first one is what? Five persons, these five persons leave the cabin at any floor, isn't it? That is the first question. So remember guys, this one is the basic permutation and combination which you have studied in your 11th standard also. But remember guys, these are very important for further topics. If you are not concentrating here, then guaranteed there will be a problem. I'm saying it correctly. Okay. Next one. Yes, we can say that 8 floor house is given to you. So we can say that in the house, how many number of floors are there? Yes, we can say that 8 in total, 8 floors are there. That means we can say that 0 to 7 floors will be there. 0 means ground floor, isn't it? So count value will be what? We can say that 8 only. Ground floor, first floor, second, then we can say that third, fourth, then fifth, then sixth and seventh. Yes or no? 8 floor house means there are total 8 floors. So we can say that floors will start from ground, and then we can say that 0 to 7 count value is 8. Yes or no? Now you only tell me 5 persons are there. So let us assume, let's say these are 5 persons. And what is given in the question? Yes, these 5 persons leave the cabin at any floor, isn't it? And it is also given that these 5 people enter to a yes lift cabin on a ground floor. So we can say that here they enter into the lift cabin. So with the common sense, we can assume that if they are entering to the yes, entering into the lift cabin at ground floor, then they yes, they won't be yes, or we can say that they don't want to yes to yes exit at ground floor. Yes or no? If they are entering at ground floor, then there is no meaning to exit at ground floor, isn't it? Okay. So that we can conclude with common sense. Now you only tell me, yes, except a ground floor, how many number of, yes, we only tell me, choices are there to the person one. Yes, let's say this is first person. So first person can exit, yes, we can say that at any floor. Yes or no? So we can say that 7 possibilities or 7 choices are there. Yes, for person one. Similarly, 7 are there for second person, 7 for third person, 7 for fourth, and 7 for last one. So all together, how many number of ways will be possible? All together means multiplication. And means what? First can yes leave at any floor, and second one also can exit at any floor, and so on, and means multiplication. So all together we can say that 7 raised to power 5, that will be the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Next one is second part of this question. That is these 5 persons, this is given to you. Yes, these 5 persons leave the cabin, yes, at a different floors. So now question becomes that once any person, let's say any person, let's say first person exits, let's say at second floor, then no other person yes must exit at the same floor. That is the question, isn't it? Now you only tell me 5 persons are there. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, let's say first one has how many number of choices? Yes, we can say that first has yes 7 number of choices. Yes, out of these choices at any floor, first person yes can leave. Now yes, we can say that the remaining choices for second will be 6 only, for third one 5 only, for fourth one 4 only, and for fifth one will be 3 only. So we can say that 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3, that will be the correct answer. I think this multiplication will be yes 2520, that will be the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay, so moving to the next one. What is the meaning of combination? And we'll see what is the meaning of permutation. Okay. So, right, what is combination? Now, you only tell me what is the meaning of combination. Yes, we can say that combination means group, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Let's say, yes, you use the notation NCR. What is the meaning of NCR? Yes, NCR says that total number of ways, yes, of selecting, we can say that are objects or are different objects. Remember, guys, R must be different. Then only this formula is applicable from n distinct or different objects. That means here n and r both must be different, means a distinct. isn't it? That is given by the, yes, we can say that NCR, or we can say that yes, the number of combinations, or we can say that groups of, we can say that, and different objects taken, we can say that, are at a time, isn't it, is equal to NCR. And you know very well what is the formula for NCR, that is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Yes, that is the, yes, we can say that formula for NCR. NCR means total number of combinations or ways possible of selecting R objects out of N objects, where N and R are the different objects, isn't it? Let us take one example on this. Let us consider four different objects are there. Let's say A, B, C, D. All are different. Yes or no? Now my question is, how many number of ways, or how many number of ways are possible? Yes, to select two objects out of these four. So the formula will be what? 4C2, and you can solve. 4C2 is 6 only. Now you only tell me, if we select any two object out of these, so we can say that yes, one combination will be AB, then AC, then AD, then we can say that BC, then BD and CD. So you can see, yes, six combinations are there. Remember guys, here we are selecting AB, that is same as BA in case of combination. Yes or no? So in case of combination means how many number of ways of selecting R objects. That means selecting AB is same as selecting BA, because ultimately we selected A and B both one. Yes or no? So in case of combinations, we can say that order doesn't matter. But if it is the question of permutation, permutation means arrangement, then order will matter. Then AB is a different than BA. Yes or no? Okay. I think this one is clear. Now you only tell me, if any object repeats here, let's say four objects are there. Yes, only you only tell me. Now can you tell that yes, 4C2 will be the answer or not? No, we'll see some, yes, less number of combinations will be there, because elements are repeating here. You can see here AA, then we can say that AB, then we can say that yes, you only tell me BD and AD. Yes, any other you only tell me. Yes, so we can say that here only four combinations are there. So we can say that the formula is valid when N and R both are different only. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Ultimately, we can say that NC2, or we can say that NCR, or we can say that let's say 4C2. The meaning of 4C2 you can assume, or you can conclude like that. NC2 or NCR or anything. Yes, you only tell me in this case, let's say this is 4C2. 4C2 means what? Yes, total number of groups of two objects taken from four objects. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, we can say that all combinations are of two objects or not? Yes. Yes or no? Okay. So we can say that here we can say that this is the, yes, 4C2 means groups of two objects. Yes or no? Okay. So write down one note. Yes. Write down one note. You only tell me. Yes, you only tell me, if there are, that is standard question. There are, let's say, n persons, and each person shakes hand with each other, then the question is the total number of handshakes is equal to, that is the question. Now you only tell me, yes, in any room, or we can say that in any party, let's say there are n total persons. So persons or human being by default are different only. Now each person shakes hand with each other, isn't it? Then the total number of handshakes is equal to, yes, so we can say that Yes, you only tell me we need to count handshakes only. Now you only tell me, yes, for handshake, one handshake, yes, two persons are required or not. Yes, we can say that for every handshake, two persons are required. So ultimately, can we say or not? You only tell me, if for every handshake, two persons are required, then we can say that the groups of two persons will be the total number of handshakes or not. Yes, we can say that. So we can say that this problem reduces to which problem? We can say that find the find the total number of groups of two persons, and that will be equal to NC2 only. Yes or no? So we can say that for each handshake, two persons are required. So total number of groups of two persons will give you the total number of handshakes. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay, write down next question, next example. Let us take one more example. You only tell me, let us, in how many ways, one question is given, in how many ways a committee of 6 persons can be made out of 6 gents and 4 ladies, isn't it? And it is given that one condition, if it can have at most 2 ladies, at most 2 ladies, that is the given condition. Now you only tell me what will be the answer. So we can say that how many number of, yes, male and female are given to you. Gents, 6 gents are there and 4 ladies are there. So we can say that gents are how many? 6. And we can say that ladies are how many? Yes, we can say that 4. Yes or no? So committee of, yes, 6 persons is there. So at most 2 ladies means a 0 lady. Then persons, gents will be 6 only. Some will be 6 only. Let's say, yes, at most 2 means either 0 lady or 1 or 2. So if ladies, yes, lady equals to 1, then there will be 5 gents. And we can say that if 2 ladies are there, then gents will be 4. So we can say that 3 cases are possible. So first case means what? We can select 6 gents out of 6, yes or no? And yes, 0 ladies out of 4, or that is the next case. Yes, one possibility is there, together. Together means multiplication. We select 6 gents out of 6, and that can be done with 6c6 or not. 6c6 means 1, means select all of them, yes or no? That is the one way only, yes or no? Next one, select yes, any 5 from the 6 gents and 1 from, yes, any 4 ladies. Yes, we can say that 4. Next one we can say that, or select 4 gents and, yes, 2 ladies. So whatever be the, yes, solution of this one, that will be the answer only, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Yes, can we proceed further? You only tell me. Okay, write down next one. Okay. Next question is what? Let's say out of 3 ladies and 4 gents. Yes, these are the given scenario. 3 ladies are given and 4 gents. Yes, question is, in how many ways a tennis game can be played so that each team contains one man and one woman. That is the question. Now you only tell me. Let's say how many ladies are given. Yes, we can say that 3 ladies are given and 4 gents are given. That is the question. Now you only tell me for doubles. I think this one is, yes, doubles, tennis doubles game. Yes, in which each team has 2 player. Yes or no? So in, yes, 2 player, we can say that one must be the man and second one must be the woman. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, yes, in which we can say that in, yes, for entire tennis game 4 persons are required, in which there will be two ladies and two gents. So we can select two ladies out of three in 3C2 ways, and we can select yes, two gents out of four in 4C2 ways. Yes or no? Now remember guys, yes, that will be multiplied with the 2 only. Yes or no? That will be the correct answer. Why it is multiplied with 2? Yes, we can say that. Let's say, yes, there will be two possibilities after selection. What are these possibilities? You only tell me. Let's say two ladies are selected, L1 and L2, and also two gents are selected, let's say G1 and G2. Then yes, we can divide the teams into two ways. Yes or no? Let's say one way will be what? L1, yes, can be with the G1, and yes, then L2 will be with the G2. Or we can say that second possibility will be what? L1 can be with the G2 and L2 will be with the G1. Is there any other possibility? No. So we can say that after selection, yes, we can say that one team will be like that and one more team will be like that. So we can say that yes, some games will be from case 1, yes or no, and we can say that some games will be from case 2. That's why we can say that after selection there are two possibilities. L1 can go with G1. Yes, if L1 go with G1, then automatically L2 will go for G2. And second possibility is what? If L1 goes for G2, then automatically L2 will go for G1. So there are two more possibilities after selection. Selection means combination. So just we created combination in 3C2 and 4C2 ways and multiplied with 2. Why this is multiplied? I clearly explained to you guys. Yes or no? Okay. So correct answer will be this only. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Write down next one. Next question is what? Let's say if there are 7 married couples, then question is in how many ways again a tennis game can be played such that we can say that each team contains one man and one woman, isn't it? And it is also given that no husband wife play the same game. That is the given question, isn't it? Now yes, you only tell me what will be the answer. So 7 husband and 7 wives are there. So we need to select 4 out of these 14. Yes or no? Out of these 14 persons. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, yes, we need to select only 4 out of these 14 persons or no? Yes. Now we can select, yes, let us take any husband. So we can select any 2 out of these 7 husbands in 7C2 ways. Yes or no? These will be the total number of ways. Yes, now you only tell me, yes, 2 husbands are selected. Now, how many wives are remaining? Only 5, because it is given that no husband wife play the same game. So, yes, whoever the husbands are selected, except those wives, we can select 2. That means now, yes, 5 wives are remaining. Out of these 5s, we can select any 2 and multiply with 2. Why it is multiplied with 2? I already explained in the last question. So we can say that that will be the correct answer only. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Write down next one. Yes, let's say next question. Or next topic is we can say that restricted combination. Some yes restrictions will be there. Then we'll see total number of ways, isn't it? So we'll see a restricted combination. So we can say that write down, yes, first point you only tell me. Let us take, you can write down. Yes, the total number of ways of selecting, we can say that are objects and it is also given that these are different objects. We can say that out of n different objects, isn't it? If it is given that p particular objects, it is given that, yes, you can write down in parallel, p particular objects are always included in the selection, isn't it? So one restriction is there. So what we will do, yes, you only tell me, is given by, yes, you only tell me. Let us consider, let's say, yes, 16 players are there, isn't it? 16 players are there, and we need to form, yes, a cricket team of 11 players, isn't it? And yes, one restriction is there. If we can say that if there is no restriction, then easily we can select, yes, 11 out of 16. So we can say that 16C11 will be the correct answer. But let's say one restriction is there. Let's say two particular, yes, persons, let's say Virat Kohli and let's say MS Dhoni. This is the restriction that these two players must be included in the selection. Yes or no? That is the restriction. So what we'll do? Yes, you only tell me two particular players are always included. So yes, we can say that these are in the selection already. Yes, so we can say that now two players are already there. Now instead of 11, we need to select a 9 only. Yes or no? Yes. And remaining are how many? Yes, we can say that. Yes, now we need to select a 9 out of 14. So we can say that correct answer will be 14C 9 only. So how this 14 came? Yes, we can say that 16 minus 2 T, yes, 11 minus 2. Yes or no? Where two particular persons are always included. Yes or no? So in the same manner, you only tell me, yes, in the generalized way, what we can write down? Yes, we can say that exclude P objects out of N as well as these P objects out of P out of R. That is your correct answer. Yes or no? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Next one, yes, write down second point in the restricted combination. What is the second point? You only tell me. Now it is given that same scenario is there. Total, we can say that total, yes, persons are and different persons are there, isn't it? Out of, yes, we can say that we need to select are different objects or are different persons. Now restriction is what? Yes, q particular persons are always excluded. Yes, is given by, yes, you only tell me, yes, you only tell me what will be the correct answer. Now you only tell me, let us assume again, let's say 16 players are there and we need to select 11 players, yes, a cricket team of 11 players. Now restriction is there, let's say any three persons, let's say, yes, let's say P1, P2, P3, let's say any three players are there, and restriction is given that these three persons are always excluded, means these persons are not allowed in the selection. So now what we will do, yes, means these three persons must not be there in 11 players in the team. Yes or no? So remaining is, yes, remaining are how many? Yes, we can say that 16 minus 3, and now select, yes, we can say that 11 out of these 16 minus 3 players. So answer will be what? We can say that now ultimately we need to select 11 players out of 13. So in generalized way, what will be the formula? Yes, you only tell me. We can say that exclude these q persons out of n, and there is no need to exclude from R. So that will be the generalized formula. Yes or no? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay, moving to the next one. Yes, if both conditions are together, yes, if it is given that P particular persons, yes, are always included as well as q particular players are always excluded. Now total number of ways will be what? We can say that n minus p minus q c r minus p. Yes, always included will be subtracted. Yes, from both n and r, and those persons, particular persons who are excluded will be subtracted from n only. So we can say that this one will be the generalized formula. Yes or no? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Can we proceed further? Yes. Okay. Next one we'll see. Yes, that was the, yes, we can say that. That was the, yes, we can say that one introduction about the combinations, isn't it? Okay. So in the next video or in the next lecture, we'll see some more good questions based on combination, and we will explore, try to do good questions based on combinations, and we'll see combinations when objects are identical also. Here whatever, yes, we can say that whatever we learned, yes, in today's lecture, that was the, yes, some basic combinations in which, yes, all objects are different only. We seen restricted combinations also. So in the next lecture we'll see some good questions on combinations, and we'll see one total number of combinations when some objects are identical, isn't it? That will be the, yes, our next task, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Thank you so much.